Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you had a good weekend. Today we're going to start on a new unit. It's doing quadratic equations like we've been doing, but we're just going to look at graphing in that. So I do have notes on there that I want you to go through first, and then these examples will just help you getting through some of the problems that we have. So hope everybody's doing good. I hope you all had a good weekend, and we'll jump right in and do a couple problems. Again, these are examples that are going to be looking at finding the axis of symmetry and vertex. So let's start with labeling what A, B, and C are. So A is a coefficient of 1. B is going to be a coefficient of -2. And C is a coefficient of -8, or a number of -8. So we need to find the axis of symmetry. So if you remember from our quadratic equation, we had negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So the formula for the axis of symmetry is actually just the start of that quadratic formula. It's negative b over 2a. So if you know the quadratic formula, you already know the formula for the axis of symmetry, just negative b over 2a. So just write that, negative b over 2a. Axis symmetry, it's going to give us the x coordinate, right? So it's going to be x equals. So we're going to go x is equal to a negative, and in parentheses, we're going to put our b, -2, divided by 2 times a, which was 1. And so we get a negative times a negative gives us a +2 all over 2, and we end up with x is equal to 1. So that means that for this quadratic graph, we're going to have the axis symmetry is going to run through x is equal to 1. All right, so that was for our axis of symmetry. For our vertex, all we need to do now is we just need to go and take 1 and plug it into our original equation. So we're just going to take the 1, plug it into that x, plug it into that x. So we're going to get, I'm just going to rewrite the equation, minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So then I end up with 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 8. And at this point, I shouldn't be writing equal to 0 because it's not going to equal 0. We'll write it as f of 1 because we subbed it in for our x. So we're going to get 1 minus 2 minus 8, which equals what do we get? -10 plus 1 minus 9. Okay. So f of 1, or our y, is equal to -9. So our vertex is 1, -9. All right, so that's the first example. I'm going to do another example. I think these videos, I don't want to get into over 5 minutes just because it'll take a long time to upload. So I'm going to do each example one by one. So here's the first one.